This Hunter Association stadium stands tall. Amid flashing cameras, Kim Han-ul is called to the stage. Our boy steps forward, his moment has arrived. An official presents his E-rank hunter license. He salutes, his dream finally realized. As the lowest rank he studied relentlessly mastering monster lore, all that hard work was finally paying off, but the official stops him saying he's mistaken. This license is torn, E-rank isn't an official hunter. His world shatters in an instant. This official explains knowledge means nothing with E-rank stats. This memory cuts deep, a single curse escapes him. 7 years ago he gave up his dream. Now his new job is ending too, he despairs, the game that was his livelihood is shutting down. A final notice appears, the game service is terminated. His new career was a game, Monsters Block Monsters, a defense game where players recruit monsters to block others. But beneath the surface lies deep complex strategy. Upgrading units is key, but the success rate is abysmal. This biggest problem, one death means all progress is lost. No wonder everyone called it a trash game. This balance was broken, weak units could topple strong ones. He concludes the developer must be a sadist, yet he mastered this impossible game, becoming a veteran streamer. This game was his second chance and now it's gone. This final broadcast begins. He greets his small audience. They ask about his hunter career. He admits he's a hunter but hesitates. This truth, he's a failed E-rank. He quickly changes the subject. Today is the last day of the game. He proposes the ultimate challenge. A massive wave of monsters attacks a castle. He's attempting the 700th wave. His viewers funded this final run. No one has ever beaten this level. He clicks start, questioning the point. Still the nerves kick in. This 700th wave begins. A portal opens, unleashing monsters. An endless horde charges forward. He decides to test their defenses. He summons a goblin archer. It fires a glowing arrow. This shot strikes a beast head-on, but his unit is hit in return. This goblin screams in pain. A notification confirms its elimination. He grits his teeth. That was an expensive unit. His summoned beasts are overwhelmed by the assault. He knows a full swarm is a death sentence. For now he must focus on the immediate threat. He deploys his succubus queen to hold the entrance, but something catches her off guard. A massive three-headed beast roars into view. It's already broken through their defenses. This queen is forced to pull back and regroup, but the beast is too fast, its jaws closing in. A brutal final strike lands. System notifications confirm his units are falling. This 700th wave is far stronger than he expected. One by one, his strongest summons are wiped out. All his carefully raised units gone in an instant. A massive explosion signals his imminent failure. With no defenses left, only his castle remains. This final target is completely exposed. He can only watch as his last line crumbles. This enemy swarms the throne room, but a lone armored person waits on the throne. A system message appears, a first-time challenge. Our boy is completely confused. This message continues, focusing on the armored woman. Her eyes are closed, a strange calm in the chaos. They snap open, glowing red as the sovereign awakens. This elder stops the blade with his hand. A radiant warrior appears in a flash of gold. Our boy is in disbelief. The sovereign has awakened. This sovereign stands alone against a horde of beasts. After hundreds of failures, this has never happened. This warrior wonders what is going on. Their eyes glow with crimson intensity. A golden blade slices through the air. Monsters are torn apart in a single brutal slash. An observer is stunned by the one-hit kills. This sovereign faces a massive army below. Ignoring all warnings, they leap into the horde. They descend like a golden comet. This impact creates a fiery explosion. This monsters reel back in shock and pain. This sovereign lands blade already swinging, a look of pure cold focus. Another powerful slash cuts through the chaos. A kill feed confirms the eliminations. More elite monsters are instantly defeated. This sovereign dashes forward, a blur of light. Their weapon glows with immense power. This list of defeated enemies grows longer. Golden light fills the hall, cutting everything down. This observer is left speechless by the impossible sight. This sovereign exhales, gathering his strength. He stomps his foot down hard. A final overwhelming power is unleashed. He thinks of all the monsters he's faced and channels it all into one last attack. A wave of notifications confirms the slaughter. He cleared the entire field by himself. He stands alone on the battlefield of corpses. A system message declares victory over the 700th wave. Back in his room, the streamer is in total shock. He can't believe the sleeping character was so powerful. He turns to his chat, but it's completely dead. Then a single message appears. It's from viewer one who hasn't spoken in 5 years. This viewer thanks him for awakening their lord. This streamer dismisses the strange message. This viewer pledges their loyalty to his leadership. And just as suddenly viewer one is gone, he sighs, thinking his one viewer was just a troll. But then his eyes widen. A vortex of energy erupts from his monitor. This blue light swirls with impossible power. He's blasted backward from his chair. This sudden event leaves him stunned on the floor. His eyes reflect a terrifying new reality. A system window explodes with light. He realizes this means a reawakening. He remembers being told he was too weak. A doctor's words echo in his mind, a rare chance to gain new skills for someone ignored his whole life. This is a brand new beginning. He grabs his streaming microphone. A final broadcast to his viewers. He's returning to the hunter world. This next day, a new chapter begins. He takes a steadying breath. This reawakening was real. He checks his status, Kim Hanel, but Kim Hanel's stats haven't changed at all. Suddenly a new notification pings, a prompt to view his new skill, information about the new abilities. Kim Hanel's hope reignites instantly. He taps accept without hesitation. Two strange skills are revealed, deal and conversation with the sovereign. Kim Hanel decides to test the first one. Activating deal with the sovereign. But the skill fails, insufficient gold. Frustration boils over, his new skills are useless. He's completely alone with this problem, but then he stares at his monitors, an idea forming. That one special viewer might have the answers. He remembers the strange anomaly from his last stream. He starts a live broadcast hoping they'll join. As if on cue, viewer one instantly appears. He locks the stream for a private conversation. His powers manifested right after their last chat. He recalls the viewer's cryptic message. This person must be tied to his reawakening. He gets straight to the point, asking about it. This viewer's reply is a simple, chilling, "Yes, I do." Confirmation hits him like a shockwave. He thought awakening was beyond human control, so why would a being from the thrones choose him? This relief is overwhelmed by deep confusion. He can't find any reason for this favor. A cosmic vision fills his mind's eye. This viewer reveals the sovereign chose him, Hanel. Hanel is stunned. He awakened their lord. He flashes back to a vision of a legendary warrior. This viewer confirms his lord is awake from a long slumber. A wave of energy slams into Hanel's body. This entity promises that all will be understood in time. This hooded entity calls the skills a gift. Our boy questions their activation conditions. One skill, a conversation, is on cooldown. This other requires gold he doesn't possess. This entity seems genuinely confused. A question mark hangs in the void. He quickly consults a glowing tome. Light flares as he checks the details. An admission, there was an oversight. This kid can't believe what he's hearing. With a snap, a solution is formed. 50 gold will be deposited to his account. He's told to learn the skill by using it. This entity offers a final ominous farewell. A notification appears. Viewer one has left. He pinches his own cheek, checking reality. This proves his reawakening is no dream. Suddenly a system notification chimes. 50 gold deposited. The skill is now active. His eyes reflect the glowing blue interface. A shop window opens before him. A list of monsters available for purchase. He recognizes the interface immediately. It's almost identical to the game he played. He can summon these monsters to fight for him. With only 50 gold, his only option is a goblin slave. But as he scrolls, his eyes widen in shock. This legendary sovereign of phantasm is on the list, but her price is impossibly high. He pauses, a new problem dawning. If this works like the game, how does he earn gold? He thinks back to the MBM game mechanics. There were two ways to get paid. Clear dungeons or hunt monsters for loot. If those same rules now apply to reality, he has to hunt monsters in the real world. This problem is his stats are far too low. He looks back at his only hope, the goblin slave. He spends his last 50 gold to hire it. This system confirms the summon is beginning. A massive surge of energy erupts in his room, but this aura is far too powerful for a mere goblin. His eyes flare with the brilliant blue light. Meanwhile, at a modern skyscraper, someone types a name into a database, Hunter Kim Hanel. His profile appears, E rank with 0 activity history. An official confirms Kim Hanel's request to register as a solo player. She tells him there are 4 available missions. He needs to choose the least conspicuous one. His eyes lock onto a specific option. Our boy points to a mission on the screen. This clerk warns him it's a no-support zone. He smiles, completely confident. She sighs, an E-rank hunting solo is a bad idea, but his registration is complete. Just one final step, identity verification. She tells him he's free to go after this. This verification is successful. He turns and walks away. His first official hunt is about to begin, a chance to finally test his new skill. This mission, an E-rank goblin extermination. He arrives at the remote village. A voice calls out to him. An elderly man rushes to greet him. This man gratefully takes his hands. He thanks him profusely for coming to their humble town. This goblins have made the mountains impassable. He understands why no one else took the job. This village had worries for his safety. He fears the goblins are too strong for one person. Our boy offers a steadying hand. He makes a promise, everyone will be safe. This old man is moved by his confidence. With a final word of thanks, he sends the hunter on his way. After leaving the village, he ventures into the goblin forest. He believes he's found the right spot. A strange screech echoes through the trees. He spots a green hand holding a bowl of water. A goblin is just drinking. Our boy is completely baffled by the sight. A whole group of them are just relaxing by a spring. This is weird, but it's a perfect opportunity. He opens his inventory to summon an ally. A glowing blue orb materializes in his hand. He prepares to throw it with all his might. Geo, goblin slave, he yells, launching the orb. This glowing sphere rockets toward the monsters. It lands right at their feet with a thud, but something feels very wrong. This goblins just stare at the orb, confused. Their confusion quickly turns to rage. He realizes the summon didn't work as planned. Now he's trapped with no way to run. He decides he'll have to fight them himself. This enraged goblins charge him down. He wonders if he even stands a chance. This first monster leaps, claws extended. Our boy lets out a desperate battle cry. He meets the attack head-on, fist against claw. A monster's claw swipes for his eye. A brilliant light erupts in the darkness. This system announces a summon, goblin slave. A memory flashes back to a cloaked warrior in battle. This kid watches, stunned by the raw power. He recalls his very first monster in the game, MBM. He poured every rare item he had into it. With that one monster, he cleared over 100 waves. That monster was a legend. Its name was Gono, decked out in A-rank gear. A special perk activates now. It retrieves the inventory of his first monster. Gono appears in a flash, blocking the attack. It descends with a devastating kick. A pillar of light obliterates the ground. This summoned creature stands over the carnage. A lone goblin survivor trembles in terror. Gono lets out an unearthly shriek. It launches itself after the fleeing enemy, soaring through the air with deadly intent. A skill activates, Raven's Wingbeat. Wings of light appear as lightning crackles. It dives from the sky like a living thunderbolt. This impact is a whirlwind of destruction. Gono smirks, surrounded by the remains of its foe. He's stunned by Gono's raw power. This creature lets out a strange cry. It walks toward him expecting praise. He's confused by its sudden approach. It nudges him, asking for a pat. This monster's eyes are strangely hopeful. A system window suddenly appears. It's an affinity meter for Gono. He questions why a dating sim mechanic is here. This system reveals a reward for max affinity. A new skill is on the line. He immediately starts praising his monster. This affinity meter instantly rises. With that sorted, he surveys the area. This monsters aren't dropping any loot or gold, but Gono gets his attention. It's pulling glowing stones from the bodies. Bright blue crystals pulse with energy. He takes one, sensing it's special. Gono then points toward the back of the clearing. A swirling vortex of blue energy appears. It looks like a gate, but it's far too small. He holds up the glowing stone, and Gono hurls it into the portal. This energy intensifies, reacting to the crystal. He sells the mana stones for instant gold, and a new realization clicks into place. In this world, monsters drop stones, not loot. He praises his summon, Gono, increasing their bond. With the gold secured, it's time to finish the quest, but something feels wrong. A sudden noise sends birds scattering. A disturbance echoes through the woods. He scans the area for more monsters. A heavy footstep cracks the silence. Something massive is getting closer. A tree splinters under incredible force. This is no mere goblin. His eyes widen in disbelief. A towering shadow falls over them. A hulking ogre emerges from the trees. This creature shouldn't be here. It's a B-rank monster in an E-rank zone, but then he notices something odd. This ogre is covered in deep wounds. It's already been in a serious fight. Suddenly, a timer appears. Gono's summon time is almost up. He has to decide now, fight or flee, but Gono takes a step forward. This dark-haired man shouts Gono's name in disbelief. Before him stands a hulking, red-eyed beast, but Gono doesn't flinch, a smirk on his face. This man questions if he can really trust this creature. He decides Gono is his only hope for survival. Gono activates a skill, Raven's Wingbeat. He rockets toward the giant, a blur of blue energy. This monster roars in fury, ready to counter. It swings its massive club down with crushing force. Gono evades the attack with incredible speed. He flips over the monster's head, repositioning for a strike. This beast looks up, caught completely off guard. Gono flies past a streak of dark energy. He circles around for another pass. This creature tracks him, watching him soar into the sky. High above, Gono gathers his power into a single point. His eyes glow with intense focus. He plummets down like a living meteor. This monster raises its arms, trying to block the attack. Its face contorts with effort and pain. But a strange red energy gathers in its hand. It catches the attack, stopping the momentum cold. Gono's eyes widen in pure shock. This energy erupts, but the beast holds firm. This man watches his hope instantly shattered. He digs, embracing for the final assault. This massive ogre plummets, defeated. His goblin summon, Gono dives for the kill. A flash of determination in Gono's eyes. Our boy can only watch, stunned. This final blow connects, ending the fight. He rushes over to congratulate his summon. But a system alert appears. Gono is on a timer. This summon pulls a glowing mana stone from the beast. Gono offers the prize with only seconds to spare. He takes the stone just as his ally fades away. This goblin slave is recalled to the Lord's castle. This mana stone drops to the forest floor. His summon skill now has a 24-hour cooldown. He inspects his haul, pondering his next move. Suddenly, the ogre's mana stone starts to glow. He realizes this triggers a system window automatically. A beam of light erupts from the powerful stone. This system sells it, depositing 100 gold into his account. Bonus reward is calculated for the first-time sale. He's confused by the additional settlement message. This reward is a single premium gacha ticket. He remembers this from the game Rare Items, Terrible Odds, a brilliant flash of crackling energy. This infamous ticket materializes in his hands. He assumes rare items are only for monsters. A system notification changes the rules. This gear that made a goblin a god, he can use it. He holds the premium ticket, a chance for real power. A shout suddenly echoes through the woods. Someone's coming, the ticket has to wait. A team of hunters burst from the trees. They're following the ogre's trail. This lead hunter stops dead in his tracks. He locks eyes with a woman in the group. They've found him standing over the dead ogre. He recognizes her, Yoon Sua, an A-rank leader. He realizes they were the original hunting party. A voice calls out and he flinches. Armored boots step forward with purpose. They surround him, claiming the ogre was their target. Yoon Sua's gaze is sharp, demanding an answer. He panics, accused of stealing their kill. A dark emblem marks a pause in the tension. This standoff continues in the bloody clearing. She can't believe he took it down alone. Even wounded, that ogre was at least B rank. A flashback shows her team being utterly defeated. She concludes he must be a rank minimum. A hunter steps forward, extending a hand in greeting. A woman introduces herself. Yoon Sua of the Pung Guild. She decides to test his character. He shakes her hand, introducing himself as Kim Hanol. Suddenly, a system window appears only to her. A powerful constellation is watching Hanol. She's stunned. He looks so completely ordinary. She asks if he took down the ogre alone. His vague answer only deepens her suspicion. She explains the ogre was their target, but Hanol claims it was just luck. Her eyes narrow. She knows he's hiding his true power. She makes an offer. They'll hand over all rights to the kill. Her guild will handle the monster's disposal and payout. Hanol is shocked. He stole their prey, yet she's rewarding him. But there's a condition. She has a request for him in return. Hanol braces himself knowing there's a catch. She pulls out her phone and holds it out with a flourish. She asks for his phone number. Hanol is completely bewildered by the request. Later, the rescued villagers thank him profusely. This old chief is especially grateful for saving their lives. As the chief offers a reward, Hanol reassures him. But our boy has a question of his own. He asks for the location of the famous training monument. He's directed to the legendary training monument, a place rumored to bring good luck to those who visit. Our boy is skeptical about superstitions, but he's holding a reward chest. He approaches the monument hoping for a better pull. Just then his phone vibrates, a text from Hunter Yoon Sua. She confirms the Pungbeak guild will handle the ogre corpse. He's surprised she used her personal number. Hanol shrugs it off. It's time to open his reward. This drop rates are terrible, but he prays for an A-rank item. A system prompt appears to open the chest. He confirms consuming a premium ticket. A blinding flash of light erupts. Items from these chests come in various ranks. This highest among them is the legendary S rank. Hanol shields his eyes from the golden glow, but the light suddenly shifts to a deep crimson red, later back at his home base. Hanol sits at his desk contemplating. He's discovered an unexpected problem. He has the gold but can't hire any monsters. This transaction list is mostly grayed out. Only 2 options are available for hire. He puzzles over the monster costs. A sudden chilling realization dawns. He can only hire what he has killed. This rule is simple, hunt them himself, but he has an ace up his sleeve. This gacha pull reveals a unique item. He can't believe his luck. A unique grade item, a legend. Its value surpasses all A-rank gear, and best of all, he can use it. He puts on the strange glasses. A torrent of power floods his senses. His vision sharpens, the world changes. His status window reveals his name, Kim Hanol. This glasses grant him the Sage's Eye skill. Kim Hanol confirms his stats have soared. A confident smile spreads across his face. He realizes he can use the skill himself. Scouting enemies will make hunting easy, but a single doubt lingers in his mind. Why is he being given all this power? He sits alone, lost in thought. A blaring alarm shatters the silence. A system warning, the wave is coming. He's ordered to prepare as warnings flood his screen. His eyes widen in disbelief. A familiar game screen materializes before him. This system announces a monster wave in 10 minutes. He questions the impossible command. An endless horde of monsters is coming for him. He desperately looks for a way out. This system reveals the first consequence of failure. Not only will the castle fall, his powers will vanish, but the stakes are even higher than he imagined. A vision of a world in ruins flashes before him. This ultimate penalty for failure, total annihilation. This countdown timer reappears, reality crashing down. He stares ahead, the impossible task laid bare. This interface glows with immense power. It's just like the game, but this is no simulation. This penalty for losing is the end of the world. This timer ticks down, forcing his hand. He pushes aside his confusion and fear. His hand reaches out to the glowing interface. This only thing that matters is stopping the monsters. This game itself is a simple castle defense, but its legendary difficulty requires perfect strategy. Players must deploy their own units carefully and utilize the castle's built-in defensive structures. Combining items, units, and tactics is the key to victory. He discovers the controls are touch-based. Time to check his available forces. This system scans for DPLOABLE monsters, 4 new monsters from his mana stone sale. That brings his total to 5, a pitiful army of goblins and 1 ogre. He wonders if the lord is available, but his strongest units are locked. He tries to buy reinforcements with gold. This system blocks him again. This wave's details are displayed. This 701st wave is revealed. An army of dragons and their master Count Gular. This count is a terrifying 6-star monster. A rank representing pure combat potential. This power gap is insurmountable. He has to face them with low-rank trash. He foresees their immediate defeat. No resources, no strategy, no hope, but a special benefit appears. A single defensive structure and 1 item. He can't believe this is his only help. 2 small perks against an impossible wave, but a veteran knows how to exploit the game. He's played this game longer than anyone. Others might think this wave is impossible. But he knows he has the knowledge to win. With just his current troops and perks, he races against the clock, making his choices. He's certain he can hold them off. His preparations are finally complete. This final countdown hits 0. A massive swarm of red wyverns appears. They dive straight for his base. A long-haired commander watches from above. A system message declares the wave's start. This horde of monsters descends. This first wyvern slams into something unseen, a massive blue barrier protecting the castle. This enemy commander looks on shocked. This entire swarm crashes against the shield. Our boy smirks. The strategy worked. He deployed the infinite barrier. It's an incredibly powerful defense, but it's an item only beginners can use. A wyvern unleashes a powerful fire blast. This attack smashes into the barrier. Each individual hit reduces its durability by 1. This issue isn't the power but the sheer number of foes. This barrier's health plummets in an instant. He smirks, revealing his own plan. His fingers fly across the screen. Each click restores the barrier's durability. This monster horde pounds against his shield. With this, his defense is secure. Now for the counterattack. A pillar of light erupts from the ground. It strikes a wyvern for a single point of damage. A goblin's attack should be useless, but one of them holds a special item. Haken's spoon lets anyone deal long-range damage. This damage is small, but it adds up. This mighty wyvern is stunned by the tiny hit. This goblin taunts its massive foe. This MC makes a simple calculation. It will take 60 hours of constant attacks. All he has to do is repair the barrier. He challenges himself to endure the marathon. Will he collapse or will they die first? This sky fills with tiny relentless attacks. This enemy commanders watch infuriated. They unleash another furious assault on the shield. Our boy is already feeling the strain. He reaches for a quick drink of water, but his hand trembles exhausted. His eyes widen in sheer panic. A system message confirms his fear. His body is no longer his own. He has no choice but to play. Trapped, he faces the holographic screen. This mission, a 60-hour defense marathon, but this is only the beginning. A colossal dragon descends from the sky. It gathers a devastating breath attack. This blast slams into his defenses, and a strange smile creeps across his face. He relishes the impossible challenge. 2 hours pass in a blur of clicks. This fate of the world is on the line. He grits his teeth, ready for more. Let's see who breaks first. His counterattacks land, chipping away at the horde. This immense strain begins to show. 12 hours gone, 48 to go. His strategy is simple: wear them down, 1 point of damage at a time. Every click is precise and deliberate. Finally, the first monsters fall. This enemy count begins to drop. He just has to hold the line. This monster count ticks down. 56 remain. A new day begins. He manages the entire battle from his room. This numbers plummet as his forces fight. His legion of drakes darkens the sky. On the battlefield, the elf monarch watches his minions fall. His expression is cold, unyielding. Explosions rock the enemy lines. This kill feed scrolls relentlessly. Only 2 monsters are left standing. Exhausted, our boy starts to relax, but a critical warning flashes on screen. A lone goblin sprints across the field. A blast from above intercepts it. His final wyvern dives for the kill. It charges a powerful attack, unleashing twin fireballs. They slam against the monarch's barrier. Durability hits 0. The shield shatters. He realizes his fatal mistake. He fell asleep. If the castle takes even 1 hit, a new threat emerges from the dust. He recognizes the goblin, Gono. This last 2 enemies charge forward. Gono leaps, aiming for the exposed monarch. This avatar dives for the final blow, eyes blazing with raw power. This impact shatters the battlefield. Below, our boy watches the victory. This virtual world begins to crumble. He stands alone, the last one standing. A system message confirms his success. He can't believe it's finally over. He roars in triumph, shaking his room. This relief washes over him, then the exhaustion hits hard. He passes out on the spot, waking up, his head throbs, but something feels different. A reward notification pops up. He's received monster loot drops, but what's their purpose outside the game? A new skill is waiting to be unlocked. He's already met 2 conditions. Conversation with the monarch, a strange name. He decides not to worry about it for now. Suddenly, a final reward is announced. A blinding light fills the room. Power radiates from a strange artifact. He stares, bewildered by what he sees. A phone on a desk suddenly lights up. This screen shows 7 missed calls from Yoon Soo-ah. This scene cuts to the imposing Pung Guild Tower. Inside, a man questions how a mere E-rank could kill an ogre. He's Yoon Soo-hyuk, the S-rank vice guild leader, and he's convinced Hanol is a fraud. His sister Soo-ah mentions the Reawakening, but he dismisses it as a lie. Soo-ah's expression shifts in surprise. Hanol bursts into the lobby late and apologetic. He rushes toward the waiting siblings. He bows deeply, explaining he couldn't take calls, but a dark voice interrupts. Soo-hyuk explodes with fiery rage for ignoring his sister for 3 days. Soo-ah immediately scolds her brother, telling him to stop. Hanol finally connects the dots. This is Soo-ah's powerful older brother. This tension breaks as Soo-ah accepts Hanol's explanation. She gets down to business, offering to handle the ogre carcass. Hanol listens intently to her proposal. He decides to start with the official association report. At the Hunters Association, an official listens to their story. Soo-ah gives her eyewitness testimony, confirming Hanol was the one who killed the ogre. This official mentions the lack of evidence, and Soo-hyuk's aura darkens. She quickly clarifies that for a high-rank monster, a formal verification is mandatory. They need to measure Hanol's stats to prove his capability. This test will be conducted using a mana meter. Soo-ah grows nervous. She knows he reawakened, but has no idea what his new stats are. Before she can protest, Hanol calmly agrees to the verification. Kim Hanol steps forward, ready for his test. This previous hunter's measurement concludes. This result is a disappointing D rank. The spectators murmur, doubting Hanol's potential. This man in the coat watches, ready to dismiss him. Hanol places his hand on the mana crystal. He remembers the humiliation of his first test years ago. Now the system begins his measurement. He channels his power into the stone. A blinding flash of energy erupts. This entire chamber rumbles from the sheer force. This lead observer looks on, confused. This crystal glows with overwhelming light. Finally, the measurement is complete. He stands before the monolith awaiting the result. This system calculates his final mana rank. This result is undeniable, S rank. This crowd stares in absolute shock. A moment of silence hangs in the air. Hanul smirks, his plan exceeding all expectations. But this power didn't come from nowhere. He recalls his final reward from the last wave, a new skill, something he thought impossible. It lets him borrow the stats of the strongest monster he's faced. This implications of this power hit him hard. A new skill is revealed. It copies the stats of the strongest monster. He realizes his incredible luck. For 30 minutes his power is S-rank level. To everyone else who doesn't know the truth, he'll look like a genuine S-rank rookie. Two guild members watch him intently. This man in the coat offers a curt congratulations. Kim Hanul asks if the test is enough proof. This flustered official confirms the results. He thanks the two guild members for their help as he turns to leave. This man in the coat calls his name. He offers to grab coffee sometime, an official offer from Pungbik's vice guild leader. This crowd buzzes with shock, but Kim Hanul coolly declines. He'll contact Yoon Sua directly if needed. He walks away, leaving them behind. This vice leader is stunned by his audacity. News of the S-rank rookie explodes online. Back home, Kim Hanul sees his newfound fame. A text from the Hunter Association arrives. He's promoted to B rank, a 3-rank jump limit. He starts his stream and his viewers are already talking. This chat is buzzing with rumors. Word spreads that he rejected the Pungbik guild. He cuts in announcing new content for today. It's time for some hunter-related action. This viewers lean in waiting for the reveal. He's taking suggestions for which dungeon to raid. This audience is stunned. Streaming raids is illegal, a direct violation of hunter law. He clarifies, no live stream, just proof and stories. This first suggestion comes in, the Mad Dragon's Nest. A donation changes the topic to the giant's kitchen, but a massive donation puts the spider's forest on the table. This viewers start a bidding war for his attention. He tries to calm down the frantic chat. Suddenly his expression shifts. A 10 million won donation silences everyone. He can't believe the amount. This entire chat is floored by the massive sum. This donor, a cloaked man, apologizes for the blank message. He asks the high roller for his dungeon choice. This cloaked man prepares to answer. His choice, the Garden of Meditation's deepest part. This chat erupts. That place is uncleared. He considers the infamous dungeon's 3 sectors. A map reveals escalating danger at every level. He learns the dungeon's final area is unconquered. Even the legendary Yoon Soo-hyuk reached his limit there. And now they want him to attempt the impossible, but the mission objective changes. He doesn't have to clear it, just reach the end. Viewer 1 promises full support for a full clear. His party members protest the extreme danger. Hanul reconsiders the risk. With viewer 1's help, a chance exists. He thinks on the Garden of Meditation. His mind is made up. He's going in. He arrives at the Hunter Bureau. He requests a solo expedition to the deepest sector. This bureau employee is stunned by his request. She warns him about going alone, but he is firm. She schedules his attempt for a week out. Hanul pushes for an earlier date. An opening for tomorrow is available. This expedition is set for the next day. Hanul leaves the building with purpose. A voice calls out his name, Kim Hanul. He turns, finding 2 people waiting for him. They introduce themselves as guild recruiters. He realizes his S-rank evaluation drew their attention. This top guilds are already trying to recruit him. This major players are revealed: Sanary, Aegis, and Pungbik guilds. Recruiters from rival guilds corner Hanul, offering a better deal, but Hanul turns them down, claiming he has other business. They try to stop him, but he walks away without a word. He knows joining a guild now would only hold him back. He makes a call asking about the Garden of Meditation. Vice Guild leader Yoon Soo-hyuk answers, surprised by the question. Hanul declares his plan to clear the dungeon's deepest part. Soo-hyuk is shocked. He barely survived the center. He asks why he should share any information because Hanul claims he can clear the entire garden. This Vice Guild leader is silent, then asks if he's serious. Hanul offers a deal. If he succeeds, Pungbik Guild gets the credit. Soo-hyuk is intrigued but skeptical. Can he really do it alone? Hanul's confidence is absolute. Soo-hyuk makes a counteroffer: join their guild first. Hanul immediately declines the contract. He reveals that 2 other top guilds approached him that morning. Soo-hyuk is stunned. They met him in person. He curses his rivals for trying to steal his prize. Hanul points out this makes his proposal even more valuable. With a heavy sigh, Soo-hyuk admits he has no choice. He agrees to help but warns his intel is a year old. Hanul smiles, accepting the risk. For the challenge ahead, it's more than enough. Before a colossal tower, the hunters are gathered. Kim Hanul arrives, the last one on the scene. This other hunters turn, sizing him up. Their leader Cho Kwang-soo steps forward to greet him. Kim Hanul introduces himself, but his reputation precedes him. This guild leader knows all about his S-rank measurement, but the man's tone is filled with bitter resentment. He warns Kim Hanul that he's on his own inside the gate. This Bulgul guild has its own mission to complete. His handshake tightens, a clear threat not to interfere. Our boy just smiles, completely unfazed. Kwang-soo scoffs that a mana reading means nothing in a real fight. Kim Hanul understands their hostility. He bypassed rules they had to follow for a month. His sudden appearance is a source of irritation. He activates his skill, Sage's Eye. This entire guild is revealed to be C-rank. He's relieved. None of them are strong enough to follow him. Kwang-soo misinterprets the situation, dismissing him as weak. This guild leader demands to know why he was smirking. His guildmates misread the look as mockery. A gate official steps in, silencing the argument. Green energy erupts as he begins to open the gate. This portal opens with a warning to enter quickly. For the first time, Kim Han-ul steps into a real dungeon. Green energy surges around him. He prepares to see what's waiting inside. A new stage is revealed, the Garden of Meditation. A cosmic entity on a throne greets someone named Han-ul. This entity wishes the challenger good luck. With a flick of its wrist, it alters reality. This monarch's castle is modifying the stage's rules. A group of challengers materializes in a forest. Their bald leader immediately senses trouble. His eyes widen, shocked by the new surroundings. They're stranded on a shore separated by a vast lake. This is not the main entrance they were told about. His crew confirms the landscape is completely wrong. Confusion turns to fear as they question where they are. This man in the brown coat also finds the situation strange. This entrance was supposed to be a simple hunting quest. This is nothing like the place Yoon Soo-hyuk described. A new mission appears, a hidden stage where others were slaughtered. This failure condition is simple, everyone perishes. This challengers scream, realizing they're going to die. This man in the brown coat is stunned by the sudden trap. This others beg their leader to forfeit the mission, but he frantically explains that he can't. This status window is completely unresponsive. A counter appears, 130 pigments remaining. A system alert flashes, the Slayer has struck again. This player count drops to 128. This numbers had just updated from 130. Now the entire group sees the grim notification. This bald guild leader seethes with confusion. He confronts the guy in the brown jacket demanding answers. Our boy admits ignorance but offers a crucial piece of intel. A flicker of hope crosses the leader's face. He begs for the information, promising his guild's support. This kid sees his opening and sets a condition. He'll share everything, but they must follow his orders. A direct challenge, surrender command to him. This guild members are stunned by his audacity. Suddenly another alert flashes, 4 more are gone. Cornered, the bald leader has no choice but to agree. He tries to shift the blame if they fail, but our boy turns it back on him. The choice is his alone. Defeated, the leader asks for the plan. This kid begins by explaining the terrain. He draws a map in the dirt with a stick. This is the layout of the entire lake sector. All streams in the forest lead to one central lake. They ask how he knows this. He claims a scouting skill. This leader is amazed by such a powerful ability. But he knows the truth, it's not a skill, it's intel. This MC accesses the mission map. Their goal is to save the pigments from a slayer. He pinpoints 8 likely zones for the creatures. This strategy, find the pigments before the enemy does, then herd them into one safe location. With the plan set, he sprints into action. A system alert flashes, the killing has already begun. This rest of the team freezes in shock. He shouts orders, trying to rally them. This bald teammate gives him a skeptical look. He asks our boy what he's planning to do. This MC declares he's searching on his own. This bald man scoffs at his arrogance but lets him go. Finally, alone, he begins to scout the area. A system window reveals a secret mission nearby. He prepares himself ready for the challenge. He moves forward with 2 goals in mind. Find the hidden mission and identify the true killers. He senses there are other monsters in the woods. Suddenly, he spots figures in the distance. A pack of hulking lizard men comes into view. He wonders if these are the true pigment killers. He ducks behind a tree, staying out of sight. He knows fighting a whole pack is a death sentence. Elsewhere, another player scoffs at taking orders. A reptilian warrior cuts down another foe. It lunges forward with blinding speed. This battlefield is a storm of brutal strikes. One more person falls defeated. This lizardman stands radiating power. A new challenger watches in disbelief. He mocks the D-rank monster and attacks. A flurry of lightning-fast blows rains down. He roars, promising a swift end. His fist connects with a deafening crash. But the Lizardman catches the punch barehanded. This attacker freezes in complete shock. A swarm bonus activates, upgrading the monsters to B-class. This powered-up lizardmen instantly overwhelm him. A massive axe swings down for the final blow. Suddenly, a flash of blue energy appears. An armored warrior materializes, blocking the attack. This summoned knight Gono has arrived. Gono blasts the lizardman back with a shockwave. This goblin warrior now stands over the fallen man. He can't comprehend where the goblin came from. Our boy appears, scolding his injured subordinate for disobeying orders. He tells the man to forget it and treat his wounds. As the lizardmen rise again, he prepares to take over. He tells Gono they're on a tight schedule. This MC tells his companion to finish this quickly. A horde of lizardmen roars into view. He gives the order, wipe them all out. Kairuk's skill activates, Raven's wingbeat. A storm of blue energy erupts. This lizardmen are caught in the whirlwind. When is struck down instantly, Kairuk becomes a blur of lethal slashes. He carves through the enemy ranks. A direct hit shatters a monster's guard. This attack's energy intensifies into a vortex. A lizardman is thrown back by the force. Another is slammed into the ground. This earth cracks under the impact. Kairuk lands in the center of the devastation. This MC notes this isn't even a real fight for him, but one lizardman breaks from the chaos. Our boy realizes it's coming for him. This monster leaps, thinking he's the weaker target. This MC grimly agrees with its assessment. He activates Lord's Afterimage, borrowing a minion's power. He catches the spear with a glowing hand. His grip tightens, shattering the weapon. He unleashes a devastating counterblast. Nothing is left but a stain on the ground. This power of Count Gular flows into him. A new skill absorbs the enemy's stats. His goblin companion Gono checks in. Gono proudly shows off his own handiwork. He praises the goblin, increasing its affinity. He begins selling the mana stones from the fight. This sale earns him gold and a premium ticket. But Gono's time here is running out. He needs his new ally to stay longer. This goblin seems to have a solution. This system offers an extension for a price. Reluctantly, he pays to keep Gono around. Suddenly, a noise catches his attention. An army of strange creatures emerges. They are completely surrounded by pygmalites. He has no idea how to handle this crowd. Gono steps forward, ready to act. He shouts, trying to communicate with them. This goblin's cry echoes through the forest. This little creatures are moved to tears. They swarm him, showing unexpected affection. This pygmalites cling to his every step. With no other choice, he leads his new followers. This scouting mission is finally complete, but a new problem arises. The system is broke. A sudden system alert hits. This lord's castle is out of funds. Another notification follows immediately. His army has reached its maximum size. Our boy processes the new limitations. No more hunting lizardmen for now. He refocuses on the main objective. Saving the Pygmalites is all that matters. He's rescued about 60 of them, but the system says 70 remain. This means the Bulgul Guild saved only 10. He sighs, but something catches his eye. Suddenly, the pygmalites start to run. They're stampeding in a single direction. He and Kuruk are swept up in the chaos. They're forced to run on the creatures' backs. This strange herd carries them onward. Finally, the stampede comes to a halt. They've been brought to the center of a lake, and he's not alone. This other players are here too. He realizes the pygmalites led them all here. A new system message appears. This hunt is officially over. Night falls and a brilliant light descends. A new challenge is announced, the trial of meditation. A violent pillar of energy erupts from the ground. This other hunters are swept away by the torrent. Our boy and his companions stand before the blast. He braces himself for the inevitable impact. There is no way to dodge this. Suddenly, he's surrounded by glowing creatures. They form a golden barrier, deflecting the energy. He recognizes them instantly. This pygmalites are protecting him. A message appears. His kindness is being repaid. This small creatures stand defiant. Their gratitude is now his shield. This objective endure for 10 minutes. He smiles, surprised by this turn of events. He finally understands the reason for saving them. This souls he gathered are now his protectors. But as he stands safe, he sees the others. This hunter Zhou Kwangsu is struggling in the current. He only saved one pygmalite and its shield is failing. With over 9 minutes left, their survival is uncertain. This other hunters are in the same desperate situation. Their meager shields begin to crack. He realizes everyone but him is in grave danger. An idea sparks in his mind. A new alert flashes on screen. He smirks, having anticipated this. This hidden mission, defeat the trial's source. He recalls the intel he received, a secret quest hidden within the lake. He activates his skill Sage's Eye. Time to see what kind of enemy he's facing. This system locks onto a target. Found you, he says, activating the scan. This enemy is a named monster Zen Karuk. He's shocked by its elite status. These monsters wield unique skills and items. This hidden mission won't be easy. He orders his goblin Gono to stay back. It's time to hire a new monster. He pulls up the Lord's trade list. This system activates the monster exchange. He scrolls through his available units. He needs one with water resistance, the Ogre Berserker. But its base stats alone are not enough. Needs a powerful item and fast. He pulls out a premium gacha ticket. Everything is riding on this single draw. This ticket is consumed in a blinding flash. A pillar of golden energy erupts before him. His eyes widen at the golden light. This can only mean one thing, S-rank. But his triumph turns to confusion. A powerful current surges, growing stronger. No time to overthink, he has to act. He spends his gold summoning an ogre berserker. This hulking beast roars into existence. He orders it to equip the S-rank item. A flash of light envelops the ogre, and then it suddenly collapses. He stares, completely baffled by the failure. A sharp pain rips through him. This current drags him away mercilessly. Thrown back, he knows he has no choice. He'll have to handle this himself. He activates a skill, Lord's Afterimage. This power of the last monster flows into him. His hand crackles with borrowed strength. He roars, embracing the surge of power. He struggles to control the raw energy. This current tosses him through the air. Even with his ultimate skill, he's losing. This force is overwhelming. His grip fails, but wait, the pressure is fading. His eyes widen in sudden confusion. A massive servant appears, checking on his lord. He offers a humble, belated greeting. This giant kneels, hailing our boy as the king of kings. This kid is frozen, utterly speechless. A system window confirms it. He created an S-rank relic.